Hi, we are Team Silver. We will be discussing community intelligence and social media services. Our team is made up of Mary Ashley, Alden Brooks, Ashley Burton, Carrie Davis, and Thad Wilkins.
The article we selected for our academic presentation was published in MIS Quarterly, June 2013, and is entitled Community Intelligence and Social Media Services, a Rumor Theoretic Analysis of Tweets During Social Crisis. This article looked at 3 social crisis incidents and explored those with tweets immediately in the aftermath of the social crisis. It looked at the Mumbai Attacks in 2008, the Toyota recall in 2010, and the Seattle Café shooting incident in 2012.
At least 55 people have been killed, according to our sister network, and about 200 injured in a series of coordinated attacks targeting luxury hotels, a train station, a hospital, a restaurant popular with Westerners and tourists. Gunfights ongoing, we understand, and possibly unconfirmed reports of a hostage situation with Western hostages being held.
Here are some examples of tweets from the Mumbai attacks. This happened in November of 2008. These tweets are from the day of the attack. 78 killed, Taj on fire. It started out with Yanks and Brits killed. Here is another tweet. Islamic Jihad in Mumbai killed 183, wound 400. And another tweet. The day in history, 11/26/2008, terrorists launched commando-style raids in Mumbai, killing 166 people.
All right, I know a lot of you are on edge about the huge Toyota recall. 2.3 million cars recalled because they could suddenly accelerate. Is hitting home to many of you. One man in Louisville is in the hospital in intensive care. He crashed his brand new Toyota Camry trying to park his car next to a creek. Says the car just wouldn't stop.
Here are some example tweets from the Toyota recall in 2010. 2010 Toyota recall. Not sure if this is the correct place to post this, but concerning the huge Toyota recall. Toyota Prius has a recall, all from 2005 to 2010. This car may try and kill you. And another tweet. Toyota announces 2010 Toyota Prius recall during Super Bowl. Jerks. Toyota recall, as we've already reported.
Police say the shooter was 40-year-old Ian Lee Stewicki, caught on surveillance cameras with what looks like a gun near his waist. They say his rampage began around 11 a.m. when he walked into the Seattle Café in the middle of a neighborhood and opened fire, killing 4 people inside and wounding the chef. He then ran out on foot and straight into Gloria Leonidas, a mother of 2. Police say he killed her just so he could take her Mercedes SUV as a getaway car.
Here are some example tweets from the Seattle Café shooting incident. Seattle alert. Roosevelt High School in lockdown. Gunman on the loose. Multiple people shot at Cafe Racer on 58th. Another tweet says, just heard about the Seattle shooting at the Racer Cafe. I love that place. Tragic and insane. And a final tweet. This is from ABC News. Seattle police hunt for gunman who shot 5 people in cafe.
My name is Alden Brooks, and we will be discussing a little bit about the authors. So let's take a look and find out who the authors are. First, we have Anouk O, who's an assistant professor at the University of Warwick. Next, we have Manish Argawal, who is an associate professor of information systems at the University of South Florida. We have H.R. Roa, who is a professor in management science at SUNY Buffalo. Next, let's take a look at the audience of this article. This article discusses social media in times of controversy and tragedy, and it is not limited to a certain group, but instead is inclusive and can be discussed among everybody.
Hello, this is Ashley Burton, and I will be discussing the purpose of the article and determining if the purpose of the article was met. The purpose of this article was to explore the information quality issue in the content of social crisis and media crisis. There are two basic questions that were trying to be answered. The first question was under what conditions does collective social reporting function as a community intelligence mechanism to address crisis problems? And the second question to be answered by the article was under what condition does social reporting degenerate into a rumor mill? In layman's term, our article's purpose was to determine if social media is a reliable source for information when a crisis is taking place. We as a group feel that the purpose of the article was met. They used 3 different crisis incidents to test the data retrieved from Twitter, which is a social networking site, to determine if the proposed hypotheses were correct. The 3 different crisis incidents were as follows: the Mumbai terrorist attack in 2008, the Toyota recalls in 2010, and the Seattle Café shooting incident in 2012. We found this article to be very useful in helping understanding the reliability of information being spread during a crisis through social media.
Hello, my name is Mary Atchley, and I will be discussing the relevance of this article in the 21st century. The way we receive information in the 21st century has drastically changed in the last 10 years. People no longer have to wait for the 5 o'clock news or their morning paper to receive information. With the prevalence of smartphones and tablets, people are even more connected than ever and can get information on the go. News is readily available through online news outlets and various social media platforms, including Facebook and Twitter. The challenges that face users and news outlets range from the abundance of information and the necessity to properly sort through what is relevant and what is not, as well as the need to properly identify fact from opinion. If this is not done, stories that are not based in fact can spread quickly and have serious impacts. The audience is involved in the social media conversation in many ways. Not only are they reading the information, but they are sharing it with friends, individually responding, and actively engaging in a conversation. In fact, oftentimes media outlets measure success by the level of engagement of readers, including how many times they repost, share, or like a piece of information. Media outlets rely on users to actively engage in sharing out information from their sites or Twitter feeds in the hopes that they might reach an audience that they otherwise might not. In the effort to quickly share out information, it can oftentimes be difficult to be able to quickly discern what is fact and what is opinion. News outlets, municipalities, and governments need to put proper checks and balances in place to make sure that they can leverage social media to their benefit, but also be a reliable source of information. Additionally, responsibility lies with those who engage with social media platforms to take the extra step of confirming information independently from other sources, especially in times of crisis when information is being shared out minute by minute.
Hello, My name is Thad Wilkins, and I will discuss the literature search. The authors do not report their literature search strategy, for example, the database is searched, the inclusive dates, who reviewed the search results, and how the articles were selected. However, despite these limitations, the literature review appears reasonable and comprehensive. Their literature search was quite extensive, including 77 citations. These citations were from a variety of data sources, including books, traditional media outlets like CNN reports or headline news reports, a variety of journal articles, for example, Harvard Business Review or the Journal of Social Psychology, to name a few, traditional web articles, and finally, conference proceedings. The authors do not give us a lot of details regarding their literature search strategy. Therefore, we have to extrapolate details on the comprehensiveness of their search. It appears that they had a comprehensive search because they comprehensively searched the theoretical foundation of rumor theory and social crisis. They also extensively searched on the backgrounds of the three social crises that they used as examples in this study. And finally, there was extensive searching regarding the coding scheme and their analysis method.
Hi, my name is Carrie Davis, and today I will discuss whether or not I believe the article Community Intelligence and Social Media Services makes sense. The article structure does indeed make sense. It first starts with a brief introduction of mainstream media, followed by different social crises and information issues. It goes in depth of how rumors occur and at what stage they begin to evolve. From reading the article, it is very clear and defined as to the components that make up a rumor during such crises. It states that rumor equals anxiety plus information ambiguity plus personal involvement plus direct message. While giving such formula for the cause of a rumor, the article continues to go into great details as to what each means. Last but not least, it gives 3 good examples of social media crisis for the readers to be able to look at and see how social media was involved. Overall, the structure of the article is fantastic, as it guides you step by step without leaving you guessing what the author is trying to say.
Next, we will move into our question and answer session.